God, I'm gonna look
I
up that
couldn't
newbie
possibly tell you. I never remember this stuff.
Oh, really?
Never.
Um,
Dude, my memory is terrible. Gyrocopter's been doing well for himself, though. Picked a lot more than I expected him to without the IO. And to be honest, I actually didn't separate it. I know his win rate is good, but I don't know if his without Wisp win rate is good.
I see. We saw Gyro earlier, picked up by newbie, in fact.
Yeah,
where
newbie
they
quite
made
liked
the
it
comeback.
for CC&C.
Yeah.
So this also means that they have the ability to run Ember or Gyro mid, which gives them really nice flexibility. They're not going to be, at least for the laning phase, really stumped by this last pick from Keen.
Yeah. Would agree with all your statements there.
I almost accused you of taking my Oreos.
No, I have my own.
What do we need here for last pick Keen? I mean, you probably just want like another... You've got the Naga hard carry. You don't have to worry about late game, right? You just need another initiator and stunner, right?
What does Keen lack? Wait, tower hitting?
Tower hitting?
From a core position?
Oh, they switched up. They ran Mars mid, and now the Underlord into the off lane.
Well, that's one way to push out towers.
Yeah.
I actually hate Underlord as a defensive hero.
It also creates space for the damage dealing supports.
Let's be real here. This is simply because Old 11 plays this hero. We don't need to think about this one too hard.
It's like, I'm back, baby.
Let me just tell you, Austin, we don't have to analyze this one too hard.
You know, Underlord is not actually anywhere close to his most picked heroes, but it's so iconic for him. You know? Like, Old 11 and Underlord, they're just tied together because it fits his playstyle so well.
Let me tell you guys, Old 11, for somebody that didn't get the inside joke right there, it's not even an inside joke, guys. Old 11 is famous as an offlaner for anybody that hasn't seen him play for simply running in and dying. And he runs in and dies so often. Yeah. It's like if you guys have ever seen The Simpsons, like the old ones, where Homer tries to be a boxer, and his strategy is to get just wailed on until people get tired of wailing on him. That is Old 11 Underlord. This beefcake runs in, casts Firestorm, dies, does the same thing around 6 times, I'd say. By the 7th time, you're so tired of killing him that you just stop. Because you're like, is this really worth it? And that's when he strikes.
That's when he gets you. I mean, he is the quintessential... he's to offlane what Pylai Dai is to 5 positions, you know?
Yeah, he's going to break some smokes with his face. Repeatedly.
Don't!
I love it. I honestly do. Old 11 is my personal hero. We talked about how I like snaking, so Old 11 should be every offlane player's... He's simultaneously the best, and also he's a cautionary tale of pushing it a little too far.
He flew too close to the sun. You see this Old 11 guy? Deaths don't matter in the offlane.
Yeah.
You can die as many times as you want.
He was the poster boy of offlaners that died. Everyone's
dude.
Guys, Old 11's really good. You see this? And everyone's like, you sure, dude?
When I watched Old 11, I thought to myself, well, when they were doing really well for themselves, this was what, Vici Gaming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they were doing really well for themselves.
Wasn't it eHome?
Oh yeah, eHome. I was like, oh damn, the suicide offlane is back, man. Oh, that's gonna be a good swashbuckle. MSS dealing out a lot of damage. Pylai Dai just laying into dark. Not gonna be enough to get the first blood, but it's close.
Dude, he
What? This is gonna be rough. I just realized. Sorry guys, I don't have smooth drag on, so.
Go switch it right now.
Hold on. We'll do the bounty runes, and then I'll switch over to smooth drag, so your viewing experience is a little bit better, because it's gonna be a little jerky otherwise.
True that.
Alright, bounty runes, split around, and 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
All right, let's see if I can do it real fast. I actually don't remember where it is.
Is it spectator?
I don't see it. Where is it? All right, rough.
All right, how about I look for it
All right.
while you do this?
So we're going to have Snaking and Pango. MSS Pango. It's a dual lane against a Naga Siren Shadow Demon. And we have talked a lot about this blitz, which is that Naga Siren just cannot be pressured. And this is a physical damage duo. They do not throw a ton of magic damage around. So until there's level 6 on Chantress, I really don't think they're going to be able to do anything to Old Chicken in this lane.
It's options, advanced options right here.
Okay.
Right above camera deceleration.
Options. Advanced
options. Smooth drag when spectating.
Smooth drag when spectating.
I got you, dude.
Yeah, look at that. It's so
That's
smooth.
teamwork. That's
Good work.
teamwork.
Good work,
Like
William.
Jiffy Butter.
Jiffy butter.
Dude, is this a good Underlord game?
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
CC&C with a slight dodge on the God's Rebuke, which he went Bulwark.
Let me tell you,
So
I
he
actually
can
think
win
that
the man fight.
Underlord might be okay against Gyro. And let me just lay it out real quick why, even though
Okay.
I'm not an offlane player. I think
yeah.
that Gyro, the type of hero that he struggles against was like even old Centaur before he had Retaliate.
Yep.
Heroes that have like high offlaners that have high base damage mess with this hero.
Yes.
Which is why like he's great against like heroes like Timber because they can't ever deny him.
Yep.
But heroes like Underlord, he actually can't really deny.
He's also tanky enough that he can live inside of the creep wave.
Yes.
Like, a missile isn't going to scare you enough to force you out. And then on top of that, later on to the game, you lower his damage, and that's really effective against Gyrocopter,
Yeah.
an agility hero, which
And
has
he's-
a split shot.
I mean, he doesn't
you
go
know?
like Dragonlance or like Pike or anything like that anymore. So he's just fundamentally weaker. So I actually agree with this pick.
Yeah.
And that's rare for me to like Underlord. So the downside of Underlord, though, as I watch Old 11 miss CS, is that he just like doesn't do much aside from be Underlord. And that what that means is like you're gonna run at lanes.
Yeah.
So he has one really good defensive ability in his Firestorm, but I actually think that if you're in a position where you have to use it defensively, your hero, you've lost.
Yes.
Like, this hero is meant to be on the map. His toolkit demands it, almost.
Yeah. Same goes with, like, Pit, in a way. It's just not a good defensive ability.
Yes.
If you're going in, if you got somebody who's stunning and you can throw down the Firestorm, follow up with the Pit, have a team fight around that Pit area, fantastic.
Yes. He's one of those heroes that, like, especially with the way that he's going to itemize naturally, this guy isn't itemizing to get later into the game. He's itemizing to end the game at a certain point where he reaches his critical mass. Your Underlord's actually quite a good tower hitter early on, too, because of the way Atrophy Aura works.
Yep.
And once you have all these things like that work together, you know, you're this strong, fat dude that just runs the towers.
This is going to be a classic pipe fire. Which will really
This is
help
going to
for this
be
game.
a fantastic pipe game.
Yeah.
And if you look at it right now, he's owning in CS right now, and this is what we were talking about, and why I wanted to make the point, was before he got all the CS, was to show that I think that he's great because Gyro can't deny him. I mean, we have like one deny, but it was from when Yuar was in the creep wave and he was dragging another creep wave back.
Yeah.
So it was
I
like
mean,
an
if you look at his
uncontested
CS
deny.
right now, it's top 3 for all of Keen. And I think that's exactly what you should expect. This Naga Siren is not going to be pressured that much by this aggro dual lane. The Mars versus melee matchup is always going to be good for him. And you already eloquently stated why Underlord's good here, so... no!
Wow, that's a surprise.
Missed the first blood. Well, Dark dies. And Old Chicken just keeps on CSing. I mean, look at this guy. Like, 2 people are attacking him, and he's still like, I can get one more CS.
Yeah, he's very unique in this regard.
He's got 8 armor with a stout shield.
And CCNC is absolutely struggling mid. The last time we saw this matchup, I thought it was okay for the Ember. Wrong?
I mean, don't you have much... You have worse base damage. You can't man-fight him. Son of a... I'm looking like Scriff right now. Alright, no more misskills. Who did they even kill? They killed Pilot Eye. Alright, the 5 positions die. Those don't matter. Bounty runes. We're going to get potentially 3. Nope, MSS actually grabs that one. So 2 for 2.
And in mid, I mean, he just is continuing to work CCNC right now. 33 to 14.
I mean, I guess, like, I'm not sure how, like, it's supposed to go well for Ember, you know?
I don't think it goes well, but I thought he did better than getting doubled up on. More than doubled up on, in fact.
Yeah.
Like, 2.5.
He's just dumpstering him right now. Yi, of course, which was both Blitz and I's MVP for ESL1 Manila. He had a
It's weird that he
great
didn't win the
tournament
MVP
there.
vote, considering you and me voted for him as MVP.
Yeah.
I wonder if... No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Bottom lane.
Gonna be able to get the disruption, but the stomp. Really good stomp, and it's actually gonna do a lot of damage to Kaka. Kaka's gonna turn around, does
They
manage
need
to
to
get
hit the
that
missile for
stun
him.
onto the Elder
They
Titan,
need to hit the
but
missile for
Kaka's
him.
gonna die, and
It doesn't
nobody
matter.
hits the missile, but it actually bounces back and hits Old 11 instead.
He just died to the flak hits.
Yeah.
This is the downside of trying to gank for Pit Lord. Or
Oh, yeah.
Underlord. It just... You're not doing it.
I mean, that was if they had actually, if that stomp doesn't come through, right? They chain stun Gyrocopter. Oh, they chain stun Gyrocopter with the Firestorm on him, and that's going to be a big win.
Dude,
But
this tower's almost dead mid.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty massive.
he's going to come back in. CCNC knows the Kaka's around here, but he actually gets speared up. Now they probably can't burn through that
Oh, your
flame guard
wards
so
come.
easily. And Kaka, okay.
Look at this.
CCNC, he lit the flames. He was like, guys, somebody has to defend this mid tower with me because I
really
can't
like
do it
that
alone.
move. I really, really like that move. You have to defend your mid tower in Dota. Losing it to at 7 minutes to a Mars. Okay, so the reason why it's okay for the Gyro to go there is because it's actually saving his own lane. Because it delays the time in which Mars will come down there and put pressure on him. And Yawar does not want to be against a level 7 Mars. Like, that hero's going to bully him out. And then so he'll lose his lane anyways.
Yep.
So in the 20 seconds that it, or like the minute that it took for him to go and gank and do that move, actually in the long run saved him.
So by stalling the mid tower dying, it means he's also
He's saved his
stalling
bottom tower,
home
yes.
tower. Yeah.
Because once that happens, this Underlord's going to reach a critical mass, and he's just going to run down your towers. And if that Mars no longer has to be mid, it's going to get even worse.
Yeah.
That's just good, like, forward thinking.
Underlord is exactly like Beastmaster, Darkseer. Like, they really become unlocked once they take that safe lane tower away and they start getting all of this map area to play around in. They just shove the lane in nice and deep, then farm up a lot of jungle
MSS?
camps, arena into MSS kill. Unfortunately, our Pango was not able to. Pango has a lot of options against Mars, but with the disruption setup, looks like MSS didn't have anything he could do.
Nah, I just speared him immediately. And that's why losing this top tower for Old Chicken is going to prove to be a little bit annoying. This is the one thing that Enchantress does really well. She takes control of this area really fast. And that's going to allow the supports to now move out of this top lane, not worry about this anymore as...
Missing the spear.
Oh.
Disruption actually dodging the swashbuckle. Yawar doesn't have his level 6, so I'm a little bit surprised they're really trying to fight this one right now. Yi does not have the arena, but he does have a spear coming up, so somebody of newbie may end up getting caught here if they're not careful.
And in this mid lane, CCNC try to dive on the Kaka. He's still sort of looking for it, zoning him out so that he can pressure this tower.
This is coming his way. MSS is really trying to beat back these heroes. Looks like Dark, the stomp, not going to be there. Pylai Die kind of misjudges that one, and now Pylai Die is going to die here. There's,
Is he, though?
Is he? Well, they have a spear still. Surely he's dead. But they have to watch out for Snake King. Snake King's already taken that tower and is rotated down to this bottom lane. They're going to be able to get the kill onto Yi, so it's all worth it.
Dark's out of
especially
mana.
if they can get Dark as well. The Firestorm goes out, but Snake King with a heal still lingering is going to be perfectly fine playing underneath the tower and a Firestorm. And it just goes to show. Well, as soon as Enchantress got level 6, Old Chicken had to leave the lane, and he was able to take that safe lane tower, and Snake King starts moving.
Yeah, and Yawar, in fact, makes a rotation up to this top lane. And this is the correct move for him to make. You want to consistently be active in a game like this. And you want Snake King, who I think is the strongest hero in the game right now. And if you look at Keen's lineup, it's not easy for him to die. The heal will out-heal most of the magic damage that they have. They don't have this like immediate burst spell aside from the Soul Catcher.
The spear, they're gonna be able to, ooh, I thought they could have actually gotten that, but no, it's actually just too hard. He'll instantly jump to the Remnant, but Bila die. He's gonna probably die here. The good stomp. Gets a little bit of that. Was smart. The spirit, extra movement speed.
That was really intelligent. He got to the edge of the wall. He stuns them both. He taps the 2 spirits to make absolute sure. Maybe they actually chase if not for that. And now Keen's sort of getting outplayed.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are.
And this is not what you want to see if you're Keen, because the Underlord needs to continue to roll.
Yeah.
Like, this is a hero that gets momentum, and you try not to ever lose it. Part of the thing is, Old 11 had such a good laning phase, but Snake King had an even better one. And now it's actually, in fact, newbee, because Snake King's so big. They're able to take that mid tower when it looked like they were going to lose it so fast, as Pylai Die mostly going to go down here.
I mean, this is a build that has no shadow poison.
Yeah, he's...
I can't possibly agree with that. No levels of shadow poison?
Yeah, I mean, the Soul Catcher's cool and neat and all, but...
And 2 levels of disruption? Do you need that?
Yeah, this is very interesting, to say the least. As bottom lane, Kaka's going to get gone on a little bit, but they need to do something. Like, some sort of tower needs to be pressured right now on the side of Keen, because if you lose all these outer tier 1 towers, all it means, Cap, is that it's going to get harder and harder to defend your towers, and more importantly, like, it's impossible to take them, because you can't filter in heroes one by one, meaning you have to group up sooner than you'd like. Whereas newbee has the luxury of being able to just bring in heroes one at a time. They don't need to have all 5 heroes up here. They can have 2 or 3. And if a fight breaks out, they can TP in. I mean, that's what towers really do for you on top of the vision, as they're going to make a go on a CCNC. Might have overextended here and should go down.
Certainly did. As soon as he got ensnared by the Naga Siren.
But it requires, look at this, the commitment of 4.
Heroes, yeah.
And it's not like they're going to take this top tower either. Like, if you just think of the geographical distance, you have to go all the way through like this just to take this tower.
Bottom lane, Leshrac was just trying to get one-on-one farm against the Pengo, but Snake King, he's just making a run through towers. Took the safe lane, rotated to bottom, had some impact there, rotated mid, took that tower, back to bottom he goes, looking to take another one.
Really think Keen has to make some sort of smoke move and start doing something quick, or they're going to steadily just lose more and more map control. You lose this bottom tower, like, if you think about how hard it is to defend this, to take this tower, like, early on, it's the easiest tower in the game to defend, is your safe lane tower, or your off lane tower. Once you lose it, game just gets so much harder.
MSS has already used his swashbuckle, but that was a little bit of misjudge of distance. Snake King gets a bit too far forward. That heal is doing a lot against that damage over time from Kaka. Snake King doesn't even dip below 50%, is now going to heal up almost a full. And another rotation from Keen that doesn't result in anything.
And now they've moved 11 and Old Chicken up here. They've got these 2 cores. They need to get some kind of kill. 11's got an Atos
into another ensnare from the pit. That's going to be a lot of damage, but certainly not enough.
And CCNC's Spirit wasn't that far away, but still, you're running into the problem right now where you're defending too many fronts at once. So they're going to go for this bottom play right here. I really like this play, and MSS is just waiting in the wings, just in case, and they're going to run into Dark first.
Disruption. Soul Catcher into the spear with the arena just to make sure they really want to make sure that Snake King can't possibly survive through that. MSS does have to leave this area because it's taking a lot of physical damage from the Edict of Kaka. But they do kill the very big boy hero of the Enchantress. Snake
They
King
need to take bottom.
had a dominating kill streak, and now they'll try and take this safe lane tower away.
They absolutely have to commit to getting this because CCNC already wasted his TP too. You can't make that kind of play, smoke in, and not take a tower. But this Lush is out of mana now, and
this tower was super healthy.
Yeah. They're going to continue to lose space on the map, though, as a result. You see the problem, right?
Yeah. Another spear. That's going to be the 5 position dying. But they've used every bit of damage that they have. Snake King knows that. And that's why he's pretty much fearless in a 1 versus 4.
Keen, though, is not in an impossible situation because of how well their Naga's doing.
Yeah.
I actually think the onus is on newbee to make plays. It would just be nice if Keen could get more and more space on the map for her.
Certainly. I mean, both they have 2 cores that are very powerful when tier 1 towers are gone because they push in waves and create a lot of space as a result, farm up jungle well.
It just means everybody else's game is going to be a lot harder.
Spear into his allies, but it actually goes through that corridor, so Snake King doesn't get stunned. Now with the Pango rolling in, it is disaster for King Gaming. What bad luck for Yi, as that was a good idea, just the execution could not have gone worse in a way.
Let me just say that no ability does that more than you just never really know where it's going to end up.
Yeah.
As Old 11, you know, we were talking about how it's going to go down here, but it is only his first death.
Dude, the trees are gone, but you could see the stumps. Like, how does he just line that up? And it doesn't go quite far enough to hit the final tree.
Who knows? Not me.
I mean, if they stun him, at least then they would at least have a chance.
I think they kill him. He got his heal off after the fact, right?
Yeah, he got his heal afterwards, so they at least get Snake King. It's probably still a terrible fight, but at least they kill Snake King.
Yeah, because they weren't able to take that tier 1 earlier. Like, 16 minutes in, this is a tower that newbee took at like 7 minutes on the, like, if you just flip the map, they took their safe lane at 7.
Yeah.
And now it's 16 minutes in, they're trying to take this. And in fact, they're going to lose this tower. And if you're newbee, you defend all your tier 1s now, I think.
It makes me wonder if like, maybe they should have tri-lanked a little bit more, you know? I mean, with Disruption, Shadow Poison, Soul Catcher, Leshrac, with Split Earth, like, that's a lot of damage. I think you would shove the Enchantress out.
Yeah. Also, they did take mid tower on the side of Keen, so not too bad now.
Yeah. Is that done by the Naga Siren?
I didn't actually see because we were watching the bot fight for so long. But I do think you defend your 2 outer towers. That way you can protect your triangle indefinitely. This is how this ward gets... Like, if you guys are wondering like how this ward gets taken up, it's because...
Wait, hold up. This ward?
Yeah.
Yes.
This ward gets put up because of this bottom tower and this mid tower being taken. Yeah. And like you're able to easily put it up. There's no risk. You don't have to you don't have to smoke or anything for it. Also, I shouldn't ping that because all the other broadcasts see it.
So what you were saying is, on Radiant's side,
yes,
when you take the mid tower and the bottom tower, you can invade this jungle and get vision, right?
Yeah. And they're going to go for this dive here.
Snake King, he's very dead, but we'll see whether or not the fight actually works for them. Snake King actually lives for quite a long time, but he's definitely dead. But now they're all stuck behind the tier 1 tower with Yawar laying out a big-time ultimate. They have to be able to sleep to retreat. Now, Old 11 does not have his ultimate, so everyone's going to have to TP away, but MSS is actually knocked up Old Chicken, and he's going to return, slow him down, hit the stomp. Oh, Old Chicken managed to get just right of the stomp. So newbee do save their tower.
Defend
they
him.
Don't get any heroes out of it.
You gotta defend all your tier 1s. The downside for newbee though is they're gonna run into the classic problem of having to deal with like this 1v5 Naga.
Yeah. Do you think their heroes are good at dealing with Naga?
Theoretically they're very good, right?
Yeah.
ET's very good, Pango's good, Gyro's good, Ember's good. Ench is a little bit useless, but I mean she has a chance, so it's not the worst.
You're at least capable, like you can at least stall the illusion split push that she does.
Oh, nice dodge by CCNC.
Kaka. He's going to be caught by that last sleight of fist.
I
was wondering why that did so much damage, but that's a DD on CCNC.
I was like, surely he needs like 2 more. Why did he give up on the Flame Guard?
Yeah.
I was like, okay. It's hard to see when he's got the fire around him.
Yeah. He's just glowing and all kind, and the Immortal. That's another kind of glowing that's happening. You know what I do appreciate? I just want to say is that all of the Immortals and stuff, like they're always pay to lose. You know? Like the Gunnar was complaining about the Avalanche one, and it's like very clear what the AoE is or something. Oh no, I missed a kill. Alright, back over to bottom lane. Underlord's gonna try and bail out. Old Chicken should be fine, even though it's level 1. He'll get out.
Dude, that wasn't even close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit scared because I knew it was level 1. It's a really long delay, but
It's like, what, 6 seconds?
yeah, 6 seconds. But Naga Siren's super tanky. This man is almost at not battle form, but he does get really scary.
Oh.
Pylon dies out. Oh, they also got Snake King, but I'm not sure if that's actually good for Keen at all. They're gonna let Old Chicken try and finish up. Oh, the spear missed! How did you miss that, Yi? All right, well, they still managed to get the kill, but his Old Chicken getting punished for that. Another sleep, another escape. He doesn't have a TP, but MSS can't chase him down simply because he doesn't have the roll in. Over to the river. They caught CCNC. The combination of ensnares with the Rod of Atos. Ooh, MSS almost finished up Kaka there. But yeah, Old 11 with the... If you guys don't know how this works, you pit Rod of Atos, and the pit will snag him again after the Rod of Atos fades. So it's like 3 ensnares in 1.
That's pretty good. I didn't know it worked like that.
Yeah. It was like heavily theorized, like this was how to play Underlord, but Underlord was garbage at that time, and it's been garbage ever since, so we never really saw the build again.
I think Canes are actually doing really well considering the tower situation.
Yeah, I think
Because they're finally probably going to have to take this, give up this bottom one on the side of newbee.
Are they, though? Are they? MSS and Pylai die. They say,
Yeah,
damn it, that tower's not dying without a fight. We're going to pop their glyph, but it looks like it may just die with a fight. A bad fight for newbies. They're just going to lose MSS right away.
Okay, I was down with the other 4 defenses, but this one, like, guys, eventually towers die. Like, that's what happens.
Somebody, I think it was CCNC, was TPing on the tower.
Yeah, he canceled.
And then somebody made the call, like, that's not a fight we want to take.
And then MSS is like, yes, it is.
I'll show you guys. This was a good fight. Watch. But surely they're going to try and defend their tier 2, right?
I don't even know if they're going to... All they're trying to do right now is build space right now for Old Chicken. And the question is, like, does the space mean that he'll win the game for you?
Yeah. Oh, see, I was thinking, like, does taking this tier 2 tower really make that much space? Right. As long as you force somebody to defend at bottom,
you know what
like,
it
that's
does?
all you really want to do.
It pressures the base, so then you can Roche.
Yeah, that's true. And Naga Siren is one of those great heroes at taking advantage of just little bits of chip damage on a tier 3. We have the Pipe, Rod of Atos on Old 11. The Diffusal Blade is up for the Naga Siren. We have the Maelstrom Ags combo up for Yuar, who's going to get caught here. Uh-oh, that's a spear by Yi. Even if he is super tanky, this is just too many chain stuns. The Stomp comes out, but unfortunately, the AoE damage was still there from the Leshrac, but this is going to look really good for MSS. He's going to try and run down these heroes. The Detrunks is going to be able to save some of them. Can they burst down anybody before it goes out? No.
This is how you want to use Underlord ulti.
Yeah.
Aggressive maneuver into reset. Aggressive maneuver into reset.
I mean, because that would have been a sick fight for newbee.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was well set up too because they all got hit by the call down to begin with.
Yeah.
And they were committed. But using the Underlord in this fashion is the correct play. You just can't play this hero defensively.
Look at this. He double bracer, arcane boots into mech for 4 position Kaka Lesh.
I guess it's so that 11 could skip it.
Yeah, because Old 11's going the Rod of Atos, and now he wants to be able to halberd. He's like, I can't go back for Guardian Greaves. So Kaka's like, don't worry, bro. I got you. I'll get the other sustain item. And that's like the nasty thing about Underlord, right? Is that you usually just get all these sustain items, so you can't kill anybody fast enough that Dark Rift always succeeds. For
newbee, I'm not sure what the play is anymore. I was okay with the other 3 defenses because they kept the tower alive, but like the death after that, I don't necessarily like.
It feels like to be Blitz, they're playing slow, and they feel confident they can take on Naga Siren.
Yeah, I think that's the idea too.
And do you think that's right? Do you think they're right?
I'm not sure. It's really interesting when both teams feel like chilling is the play. Oh, look at this.
Got baited by an illusion, but Naga Siren comes in Finds Pilot dying. MSS is actually going to roll back in, but Old Chicken gets off to sleep. He's still going to be hit twice by MSS here. Gets an awkward roll back. And actually doesn't hit him again, but they do manage to get CCNC, who's controlled up. The sleep into the pit, into the spear to finish him off. And now the arena to be able to catch Uara as well, who doesn't have a BKB. He can't get out of here, so he sticks close to Snake King. Stay close to me, friend. I've got you with the heals. Kaka going to be saved by the disruption. Keen Gaming, they say, I got you too. Nobody will die.
Wow. And this is a masterclass in how to use Underlord. Look at that. The immediate TP's out. Get in, get out. Secure your own bounty runes again as MSS.
Wow.
Maybe they get lined up here.
Oh.
Oh, that was weird.
Did he miss because the swash? What happened?
I think so.
Kind of fudged it on the camera, I'll be honest.
Oh man, CCNC played that way too aggressively.
Yeah.
I think he assumed the second hit would come in from MSS,
yeah,
and that would drag more attention. But they just simply turned his way, and they were like, all right.
No, I've done that before. MSS got, it's this. You see this?
Yeah.
There's extra space that you just think it's going to be a half circle. So you think you're going to bounce here. And he went into there. And
he went into the corridor.
He went into the corridor, and that extra time allowed the Naga to live. I know that feeling. I know that exact spot. That spot triggered me.
It's very deceptive.
Yeah. Because unlike MSS, I'm bad, so I got stuck in that area. I just bounced around.
He found his way out.
Yeah. MSS was cool and calm, but sadly, it was just enough time for Old Chicken to get around him. 12-13, 2,000 net worth lead for Keen Gaming. This is shaping up to be quite the interesting game. You know, I can always tell that it's an interesting game when Blitz does that thing.
What?
Where it's it's kind of weird when, whenever I hear that kind of voice, tone, and phrase out of you, I know you're seeing something you haven't really seen before.
I'm engaged.
And you're engaged. You like it.
Yeah.
And if Blitz hasn't seen it, then there's probably not a whole lot of people who have.
Yeah, I remember all the games that I've casted and played.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing that I'm good for, honestly.
Yeah, I've got that old man memory, so...
When I'm 60, people are going to ask about a pub game I played like 42 years ago, and I'll tell them as I, beg for change.
And that's the day that Kleisifer lost me 25 MMR.
You know, I've got like an Arby's gift card in my bank account right now. All right, so this, so newbie right now, it's interesting because it's always funny to me when both teams are okay with the pace, or it feels like it.
Yeah.
That part is like, maybe Snaking, he's telling his team, guys, I still rip apart this Mars.
Yeah, because usually it's like, it means the teams have a different read on the game.
Yeah.
Than each other. And it becomes a question of who's right.
Look at this 4-man TP down here to bottom. Can they do this fast enough to kill CCNC? He does have a BKB. I really like that he went BKB instead of Yules, by the way.
Okay, so Keen popped the glyph to make it so CCNC doesn't finish off that one creep wave. They were hoping he would stick around long enough, right? But I think CCNC also read the fact that they glyphed for that exact reason, and he just backed out early.
Something Febby once said on his stream that I really liked was he said, if you stay for the extra creep, you will die.
Yeah.
As he said, if you're not sure in like high-level games, that extra creep will get you killed more often than not, and it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Which is what I saw something that Yawar did earlier in a game, where he didn't kill the range creep and he ran. Because if anybody was trying to gank him, they would naturally assume they could wait their timing around the range creep.
Yeah. Everybody kills the range creep.
Yeah, and he did
the most value creep,
which I think is really cool. It shows like players are getting really tricky with like messing up rhythms and internal timings and stuff like that.
Dude, you are. Did you see that AM game?
Yeah.
Sick AM game, man.
He's just getting better and better.
Mega creeped. It's like a 65-minute game or something. One death.
You know what it shows me? That game. It shows me that newbie is a mentally tough team.
Yeah. Big upgrades all around. We've got the Heaven's Halberd for the Underlords. Pango just hit his level 5 with the Maelstrom, so that's really big. BKB on Snake King, that's a big one as well. He almost has level 3 impetus, but newbies say the time to smoke up is right now. Can't wait for that. We're going to rotate up, invade the enemy jungle, and wrap around to take this high ground area. and they might just be able to catch somebody as a result. In fact, Old 11, they found an opening onto CC&T, but here comes the rest of the team. CC&T has kind of baited them in, and now Old 11 is just going to get burst apart before he can be saved by the Dark Rift. Now it's a question of who else is going to get caught. MSS rolling forward, looking for a swashbuckle. Afterwards, maybe? No, doesn't go searching. They've got to go back, actually.
Yeah, this bottom lane, Old Chicken is just tearing this apart.
Yeah, and Snake King's not the person to deal with this very quickly. These illusions will stay alive. He takes them away one by one, but lots of chip damage. Mid lane, hey, BKBs are being used. There's a fight happening. There's going to be a Song of Siren going out. Most of these heroes are now stunned, and it actually gives... Oh, Dark still hit by the stomp, and they're going to leave their captain behind.
He wants to continue the chase.
It looks like they're going to be able to pop the Manta. Old Chicken gets away. Newbie thought they could grab more, but the hold of the Manta by the Naga Siren was integral to them to be able to cut their losses. Newbie say, well, that's fine. We'll just go take Roshan. Feels like Newbie, they finally said, we are stronger than them right now. Now's the time to play fast.
I think it's the double BKB timing is what they're banking on right now.
I mean, I can dig it for a lineup that relies so heavily on these ensnares.
You know what was more important about that fight? Was the fact that sleep was used. That's what enables this Roshan. You never fight against... you never just like go in against Naga unless you know that her sleep is down.
Yeah. Especially
with your BKBs down like that. Can you imagine? She just sleeps, walks in.
Yeah.
That is the worst ceiling. Teams have long stopped making that mistake.
Yeah. Especially against, like, they have such cool setups off of the sleep.
Yeah.
Mars, Underlord, Leshrac, those three heroes do a lot with that kind of setup.
It's a cool play overall to go for that move.
Yeah.
And if you're keen, I think that sort of resets the timer for you.
Yeah.
A very close game overall.
Definitely
Despite the fact that we're not getting like a ton of kills. I thought that Newbie was winning, but not by much. But I thought they have relative control of the game because of how the tower situation looked. And then all of a sudden Keen like came alive in a big hurry.
Yeah.
They made two really cool moves. Like the one in the jungle and the one towards top.
Yeah.
I thought were really, really cool plays. But now that BKBs are out, like that's the thing is I love BKB as an item because once BKBs come out, the next level of gameplay comes out.
Can he save Kaka? They're going to force staff Snake King a little bit closer so he doesn't do as much damage. Or no, that was Snake King's own force staff. I think he tried to use it on the Leshrac.
Yeah.
He tried to offensively, and
Get
he
him away.
accidentally did it on himself.
Yes.
I knew somebody tried to use an offensive force staff.
But
There's
games
no
like
way
this,
that was the correct play.
once you get BKB, this is where like the true game begins.
Yeah.
Does your lineup win? Okay, so Keen proved our lineup wins when no BKBs are popped.
Yeah.
And now it's, well, does our lineup win when all BKBs are popped? That's the curious part.
And I don't think it does right now. I think they need their Naga Siren to be faster, and maybe that's why they need to be able to get a pick off on CCC, but he slides. Now, he doesn't have a BKB, so they can still manage to get the stun on him. He's low on mana right now, but just enough to be able to jump away to his Remnant. You are right in the middle of everybody with the flat cannon shots. They come pouring out, and that's why Keen full retreat out. BKB teleport away. Old 11 won't be as lucky, though. He's going to try and get away from Yawar here, but there's nowhere he can run to. So Newbie turn a smoke gate from Keen into their advantage, picking up 2 kills.
Pretty curious that Keen went for that play.
Yeah.
Considering they knew that there was still an Aegis available.
I mean, technically, they should have killed CC&C.
Yes.
He had no BKB.
For sure. But I think Newbie still takes that fight.
Yeah.
And what they need to realize, too, is if they're fighting in that area...
Oh! Okay.
Pi?
Dude, Ye needs to start hitting spears on stun targets.
Yang? Yi? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He,
How does he keep missing those?
Dude, you know the spear meme? Like, it's never been more apt. I am Yi, spear number 300.
342. Tell my brother, spear number 343, I love him.
I love that pain in your voice.
Aghanim Scepter. Oh, Aghanim Scepter. You know, I was talking to you this morning about that. Franz, the EG manager.
A very good player in his own right.
A very good player.
Almost made it to TI, in fact.
Yeah. Hey, the roll around MSS with the double damage rune is going to try and catch Dark right now. That sleep won't be able to save Dark right away. He's actually going to turn and try and hit Old Chicken. Doesn't actually nail him. They're going to throw out the pit. Doesn't actually latch anybody.
This fight's going to be a disaster.
BKB. Old Chicken. Oh, the spear. They're going to try and go for the Enchantress. They do successfully blow him up. Now the Dark Rift can Old 11 stay alive. Flip. No, he dies. And now Keen Gaming a bit exposed. And the Earth Splitter comes out from Pylai Die. He's going to turn and fight with Kaka as best he can. But Old Chicken says, not my fight. I'm out of here, boys. The missile is on hot pursuit, though. He'll probably be fine considering how far away he is, but Old Dark, he's not going to be quite as lucky.
Oh, it bonks him.
It bonks him, but I don't think the stomp, not going to be there in time. Finally,
that's 4.
Dark does die. That's 4 with the bounty rune spawning as well, and with newbee well positioned to take towers.
How close do you think that
Dude,
TP was
close.
That was maybe like a quarter of a second, right?
Dude, that was a level 3 Dark Rift.
Yeah, that was, I think I internally counted in my head to 4. That's how close I thought it was. I like doing that. 1, 2.
Oh, trying to time it.
I think maybe I was like half a beat too fast, so.
Yeah.
Now that BKBs are out on the floor, you see how strong newbee's lineup is, and Panko has long been a really nice way to deal with the Naga Siren because of the interaction that you just saw.
Yeah.
He doesn't care
Yeah.
about the fact that she pops to sleep. He's still going to be effective. And what's more important is it stops the sleep and the rest of her teammates' TP. Because even if she has BKB, what it does is you can no longer fight if you're keen. Not if you don't have sleep, but if you don't have the Dark Rift available at all times.
Yeah. Fortunately, because it's level 3, it has a relatively low cooldown, so newbee won't be able to just run into Keen right now and try and take another engagement. But they've got plenty of control now that they've taken the tier 3 towers. They'll eventually go for these shrines, try and take better map control, especially this top one set up for Roshan, which the countdown starts in 2.5 minutes. But yeah, I was talking to him about Aghanim Scepter, and he was like, surprisingly, he actually didn't know what it did, and then he was like, when do you build it? And I said it was like a 5th or 6th. I was like, it's a good synth item, but I don't know if you ever build it unless you go like mid-Mars with Deso. And hey, that's what he's doing.
That was your exact suggestion?
That was my exact suggestion. Because I said offlane Mars needs Vlad's, Blink, BKBs.
Oh, look at this. CCNC pops his BKB.
Chicken. Is he going to go? Oh, he got to the other tree. He got to the other side of the trees, and he still has his BKB. He will be fine. And he held on to his song. I think that's important, right?
I don't think that matters that much. Song is like decent cooldown anyways.
It's 80 seconds.
It's like the first level that really sucks to use.
Yeah.
The
remember
160?
when it was only 60 seconds at level 3?
That was just bullshit.
Yeah. He's like, you literally could not have a fight without sleep. It was absurd.
The most horrendous part about that was like Roche fights.
Yeah.
You're just like, what is the point of this? Why we're never gonna get Roche.
Have you built the Mars Axe? How do you feel about it?
It's good. It's really good, in fact.
Yeah.
It adds so much damage. Like you're essentially getting yourself a refresher, right?
Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know what it does, when you cast Arena of Blood, it makes the God's Rebuke go down to 1.4 seconds.
And it refreshes everything they used beforehand.
Yeah. So you can God's Rebuke and then cast it, and then God's Rebuke again.
And then God's Rebuke again. So you get like 3.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 in one fight.
I think it's 3 if you Arena first, and I think it's 4 if you cast God's Rebuke first.
In any case, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. And then he's going to go Satanic after that.
This is, in fact, the build that I also go. Not that anyone cares. Maybe if I was in a pub game or something, I'd get Shadowblade instead, but...
Old 11. He's not going to have an opportunity to Dark Rift away, I don't think. Maybe. Yeah, he's actually fine. CCNC doesn't do that much damage. I expected the Earth Splitter to be too much, but...
He's got a pipe.
He's got a pipe. You're right. Do you so when you go this build, do you also go Ags right after the Deso?
Yeah.
Because I remember before the Ags, you would always go Satanic.
Satanic, yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen my build.
Yeah.
I really like Satanic on the hero.
Yeah. Lifesteal is
yeah,
a
I'd probably go
broken
Satanic
concept
first.
on this hero.
It really is. But I see what he is trying to do. He's trying to be more of a team player. Whereas, like, I'm a greedy piece of shit. Like,
Yeah. Was I supposed to disagree with you there?
all right, 21 Savage.
The level 25 coming in soon for the Ember Spirit, who just finished up his Radiance.
You know I said that, right?
No.
Because you said, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bottom lane, old chicken. He's fine. He took the True Strike, right? Oh, he took the Spell Amp on CCNC.
Yeah.
I guess because he has Maelstrom and Ratty.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe the Butterfly on old chicken.
They do manage to kill Pilot Dive, but this kill on Old Chicken is more important now. Of course, he's got BKB in sleep, so he always was going to be fine. It was just a question of what was going to be forced out of him. And
Yeah.
another round of that.
You notice MSS is built, though? He's going to go Basher. They're tired of this.
Yeah. Good idea. Because now that you have the Ags and the Shield Crash, all you have to do is roll it up. Kaka trying to go for the TP wave. Oh, don't do that, MSS. Come on, man. Why are you shield crashing? I'm not sure if he would have hit him anyway, but still, why are you shield crashing? Come on, dude. 6,000 net worth lead for newbee, but the Naga Siren is still the king of net worth right now, sitting at 27,000. And again, newbee just seem relatively comfortable with going late game against this Naga. And as you said, Blitz, they have a lot of heroes to be able to theoretically beat her.
Yeah, but maybe, I don't know. I saw Mars also go ham in the previous ice because they're just going to go in for the Roche.
Yeah, they're doing it really fast with this.
Sleep's about to be upcapped. This is going to be potentially dangerous, but they do it so
they're
fast.
Here. They have the Spirit. It hit several heroes, but the Roshan's already dead. They picked up the Aegis and Cheese, and Spear onto Pylai died. They're going to keep the heroes inside the pit while they take out the back line. Pylai Die's already dead. He does have buyback. They have the Soul Catcher onto the Gyrocopter. MSS does manage to get a bash, but he gets hexed up before he can complete the roll-in. He got greedy, and now he's going to get punished for it potentially. He's trying to jump outside the pit, doesn't actually min it. Old Levin trying to go for the Dark Rift away. Hope he can get to his team, but Yi is just a little bit too far away, so he cancels it instead. They're going to try and fight, but no, with the Shrine activated, it is not a fight they can win anymore. So Old Chicken quick on the retreat. CCNC hoping to be able to catch somebody here. Remnant out, Slight and Chains up.
He's got to get the max distance here, and he does find both of them.
He does have BKB as well, so even if the Old Chicken tries to pop the song, CCNC's ready for it. BKB activated by Old Chicken. He goes for the illusions. He holds onto his sleep for as long as humanly possible, and he will be able to get away with it intact.
He needed to save it there. He needed to make absolute sure that it was really the Underlord that was at threat of dying.
Yeah. Hey, did obviously, I knew once he actually used it, but Kaka went for a straight scythe after Guardian Greaves.
Huh.
Yeah. Like, no, hardly any items, just a scythe now. Stun out while they song the rest of the team. Again, they're going to kill Pylai Die.
Doesn't have a buyback now.
They do TP in on CCNC. Old Chicken, they're going to try and go for it. He doesn't have BKB. He's heavily committed for all of this one, but he don't have the Dark Rift either, and they don't have a way to be able to save Old Chicken unless he can get back to the Shrine, but no, it doesn't matter. CCNC is able to run him down with the help of the missile, and now Kaka quickly Guardian Greaves that one up, but the Yule Scepter comes out from CCNC on the high ground to stop that TP away from Kaka. Stun out on Yuar. Kaka hoping the last shot wouldn't finish him off, but it does.
And I'm very surprised that Keen decided to take that fight.
Yeah. I mean, that was like the first offensive sleep he used.
Yes.
And that was with BKB and Dark Rift on.
There's no BKB, no Dark Rift, and there's an Aegis on the side of newbee, and they still decided to take that fight, considering all those factors.
I mean, Keen, I think there's a lot of great decision making they've made in this game, but that was the very clear outlier. Arena goes out, spear misses, BKB activated by snaking. Old Chicken trying to deal with UR as best as possible, but Yee's not doing any damage right now. He's chipping away and snaking. Okay, never mind. 3 shots of Guardian of God's Rebuke, and that's going to be good enough. Now they've taken the Aegis away from the Gyro as well. Reset. They have Song up as well as BKB instantly sides. Back into the barracks he goes. Speared up. Yee with the double kill. I thought Yee wasn't going to kill snaking, but damn.
Dude, God's Rebuke is so good against Enchantress. Most heroes, snaking just laughs it off to the bank.
Dude, he went the Nature's Attendant's heal, too.
Not this guy. He just doesn't have the HP.
Yeah. Kaka is going to be able to catch CC&C here. He has a sight to be able to follow it up. Can Yi get there in time with a spear, trying to dodge it? But now CC&C, little piggy like that, can't move fast enough. MSS knows he's in trouble, so he'll TP away underneath the rolling form.
And look at this now, Cap.
Gaming heavily pushing mid and going to be able to force a buyback.
I can't believe they're in this position right now.
Or split disruption to be able to save him. Naga Siren won't tank that damage.
They want more buybacks.
They absolutely
Give us
do.
the one you call Yawar, they say.
Holding CC&C, he's in trouble. Gets speared up into the tower. Now begins.
They can't let him die here.
The ensnare as well, and he dies just like that. And the Dark Rift, they force the buyback. Scott CNC's the out there away. Keen.
They
again,
said they wanted
the
it.
Underlord perfectly. They got everything they wanted out of that.
That was literally the perfect engagement.
Yes.
They forced both core buybacks before they were about to be alive. They at least got one of the rack, or no, they got the tier 3 tower. And they killed CC&C without buyback. They can just do this again, Cap.
Absolutely. There is nothing stopping them from doing
the
this
gold
again
lead was
in 70 seconds.
It was 12K.
Yeah.
Last I remember. And now look at that, it's just plummeted down. Just one bad engagement for newbee.
This is what happens as soon as you lose that fight. Naga Siren starts taking over.
I will say I'm absolutely loving how they're using the Underlord ulti this game.
Oh yeah.
They've done such a good job of playing around it. It was really only that one fight that was super confusing. Of all the moves that they've made. As all their sides are being assailed right now, they've got to choose one.
BKB, the roll in from MSS, but Old Chicken commits to be able to killing Pylite Die now inside the arena against 2 cores, throwing out God's Rebuke after God's Rebuke. He's doing a lot of damage, but the Nature's Attendant's heal is keeping Snaking up to full, but he's now been purged up. Soul Catcher instantly healed up to full again. Kaka running in here with the Diabolic Edict, but this 3 versus 5 may actually work for newbee as they are repelling Keen bit by bit, and they're going to claim their first life. That's going to be Kaka unless, no, they have the vision. The Glimmer Cape won't actually save him here. Old Chicken slowed down, does Manta off the slow. He also has the Song of Sirens. So
they're getting too overzealous right now.
They should not overextend themselves too much. The Song being threatened. Old Chicken thought he had an opportunity
to get
They're ping top
right
kill.
Now, Cap. There's no glyph available for newbee, and
MSS is going to roll in. He's going to do a lot of damage with this one. Looks at Yi as a little bit low. Might be able to commit for it on the side. It looks like Old 11's going to get caught a little bit, but he does have the Dark Rift, and they're all going to join him with the Song Dark Rift combo. This is a classic duo that just looks dirty.
They finally took back the gold lead. Let's take a look. Now let's see it. Since what was the last time they held a gold lead?
That was about
25 minutes ago?
25 minutes, yeah.
Wow. That is sick. That is so well done by Keen.
And
they just needed that one opportunity.
Yeah. A reminder that newbee said, we're okay with this. They didn't try and really push the tempo of the game.
I don't know if they were okay with this. This was,
maybe this was a little bit too late.
You think they're okay with this? I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, throughout the game, they're like, we're okay with going late.
The pace
okay
they were fine. And they were proven right for the most part. All it took really was that one terrible engagement by them.
Yeah. Look at this. Old Chicken. Just beautiful. Plays underneath his vision. And is going to cut creep waves.
He's going to snipe the courier.
And he's going to snipe the courier.
Oh, it doesn't?
And he's going to snipe the courier.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to snipe the courier. All right.
He had that. If he has auto attack on, right?
1,000,000% had that, yeah. Well, who needs courier anyway?
Ah, that's fine.
Oh, that's a TP in from MSS Pango. who's level 25, by the way, actually went for their Rolling Thunder cooldown.
It does go to show you how big of a lead newbie has. The fact that they're still up 1k, despite being down 2 separate sets of racks.
I mean, the farm on their, like, MSS is super farmed. He's actually ahead of Snake King, and Snake King is ahead of the Leshrac and the Underlord. But the thing is, the Leshrac and the Underlord don't need that many items, because their synergy with their Naga Siren is so sick.
This is my favorite part about Mars, by the way, is that he forces everyone to get Aeon Disc.
Oh, yeah. Aeon Disc 1 for CCC. Who else has it? MSS? No. Snake King?
MSS has one queued up. Snake King's actually going Lincoln's.
Really?
I sort of think he needs armor.
I think so, too.
Or, like, more disable.
What's he afraid of? The Scythe?
I guess.
Because I don't think that the Purge or Disruption really affects him that much.
Maybe they just assume they're the ones getting initiated on every time. Which, honestly, they're not wrong.
Yeah. Maybe... Yeah. Well, they do have the Satanic soon for Gyrocopter. That'll breathe a little bit more life into this carry.
There's
still a damage problem, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because he's not... I mean, just watch the Naga Siren illusions.
Actually, I think the bigger problem with them right now is that they don't have enough catch. Aside from the Emperor.
Free ride home. That was so much damage.
Yeah, I think this is a problem with catch.
Hey, he's going, he switched up. He's going, Octarine. So he will have a cooldown of, like... I can't do math. Somewhere around 28 seconds or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I almost think he should have gone just straight up a damage build and the swashbuckle cooldown. I think because they have a bit of a damage problem. I think you're also right. Catch. They need more catch. But, like, they need more damage to deal with this Dark Rift TP away. I kind of would have liked to see, like, just for him to go all in and try and get, like, MKB and stuff. But, you know, I'm just the old caster. Blink Dagger is what Kaka's going to go for next to combo with his Scythe. Satanic. Let's see. Scythe up next. Dark has got Glimmer Cape and Force Staff. Old Chicken's about ready to start giving out... Oh, he can go for the Aghanims, actually. He can eat himself an Ags and then give some Moon Shards out to people. Keen Gaming smoked up. They're running ahead of Old Chicken right now, seeing if they can get the pick off. They do find one. It's going to be a big one, too. They managed to get the Side Spear on MSS, who's done so much damage to these team fights, but he will be forced into a buyback. Now, can they actually catch anybody here? The Dark Rift has already been used. He's going to be Force-Staffed in, close enough to the rest of the team. They tried to offensively be Force-Staffed the Underlord away from the rest of his team, but he just doesn't go far enough.
And that was the buyback from MSS, which... probably forces some sort of engagement for newbie. There's no Dark Rift out, but there is a Naga Siren Sleep. They have to be careful about this.
Yeah, no, the illusions are going to start poking at them. The Shadow Poison's going to come in. The Firestorm as well. This feels like too much for newbie to really commit to Roshan, but we'll see. They're trying. You are. He's going to pop the Satanic early to make sure he's full HP. Now he pops the BKB just to make sure they can take down this Aegis. Old 11's going to go inside the pit. He gets Force-Staffed away. Hurricane piked up to sleep, going out. The Aegis on the deck,
MSS
but
gets
MSS
it.
rolls through. He picked up every little bit of items on the ground. Kaka, he's going to be healed up. He will be able to fight this one out, but he quickly just is going to get almost exploded there as newbie are having a hard time dealing with all this. The God's Rebuke actually hitting Yuar inside the pit, who's very low, but Snaking is dishing out the damage. Heaven Talbert will be able to buy him some time back inside the pit where you are, holding strong, trying to deal with the damage, hoping the Satanic could go off, but it's not good. And now it's MSS inside the arena with that Aegis he picked up during his Rolling Thunder. Kaka almost dying once again, but with the Glimmer Cape. Uphill miss, nothing. Nothing is there that's going to be able to spare him. He's now forced to buy back. MS says another Rolling Thunder as he rolls on top of Dark. The Earth Splitter keeps him in place as well, and they knock back Yi, almost finishing him up, but a good God's Rebuke heals him up a little bit more. He jumps away from Snaking, away from MSS.
5
He's going
seconds
to live
for
for
the
now,
Dark
but
Rift.
Old 11, he
4.
has Dark Rift. 2 seconds up. Can they do the damage? Snaking, he's hit so much, he's out of mana, so they can't commit. They have to back up, and in the end of all that craziness, 7 buybacks.
And that was the buyback from the Naga Siren. This is the opening that newbee needs.
Are they going to go for it, though?
I can't believe MSS, he won the click off in that tiny little ball. He was just holding in place, desperately saying, let me just get a little bit closer.
Dude, I think he got Aegis, Cheese, and the Ag Synth. I'm not sure.
That I don't know.
No. Sorry. I clicked on the Leshrac in that moment.
It was Refresher.
So I think Leshrac,
He got the Refresher.
Leshrac got the Cheese.
The best part about that, too, is that, like, MSS's timing on that, he's like, oh, crap, everyone's used their BKBs.
Yeah.
Like, it's go time.
I mean, he definitely made good use of the Octarine core there
And look at this cut from Old 11. Because he has his ulti, he's trying his best. He bought Boots of Travel as well.
And newbee, like, don't you have to... Do you commit to hitting Throne? What do you do here? Hey, it's so hard against this team to go for
There's no
Throne.
wave.
So they just have to back up.
And Old 11,
Ooh.
how do you burst him here?
It's going to be real difficult. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. MSS immediately ends the roll.
Oh, hey. Yi. He actually tried to catch somebody here, but now he's going to be forced into a BKB of his own. At least he got a BKB out of Snaking with that play, but...
And they've held with 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
The Naga Siren's about to respawn. She's got Boots of Travel. They're going to have to reset this for themselves, but both teams in such a precarious position. No buybacks on the majority of the cores. The only hero in the game that has a cap is is Mars. That's it. 9 out of 10.
Snaking will have buyback as he farms. So we'll have a buyback apiece for our next engagement. But the question is, who is willing to take that engagement? I think it has to be newbee, right? I think they're the ones in like the 40-60 matchup. Like they kind of need to be the ones to take the risk and go for it.
Maybe with the buyback on... they have to know that they're the only ones with it left.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2 buybacks, but frankly, they're on the heroes that probably it matters the least on.
Yeah.
The hero that it matters the most on is probably this Naga Siren, and conversely, this Ember or this Gyrocopter. I won't discount Yi, though. He is 15-4, very strong, has a Refresher now. So on top of the God's Rebuke that he already does, has given himself the Aghanim's Blessing, too.
So you think both teams are not going to fight, and they're just going to wait out their buybacks?
I don't know. I was kind of like keen to go for it.
You want Keen to go for it?
Yeah, I think Keen is in a good position to go for it, which is why they're the team that left their base. They have the 2 hard reset abilities.
Yeah.
So in my mind, they've got the better opportunity for like a reset button.
Okay.
In case anything goes wrong, they've got a do-over. And
Sure.
really all it takes is one fight to end it here.
But in my head, it's like newbee, if they just wait, they're going to get crowded in by the Naga Siren once again, right? And so there's no better time to just try and end the game than now. Snaking, they're going to fight around the Shrine area. The Shrine is dead, though, before it's activated. Snaking pops his BKB, starts throwing out, chucking damage everywhere he goes. Old Chicken's going to take a little bit here as
he's going to re-engage.
And MSS is actually going to try and roll into this one. Jumping in, Old Chicken tries to go for UR, but as he forces out the BKB, quickly retreats. Keen always have that card in their back pocket, several of them, in fact, as they have the Dark Rift, they have the Song of Siren.
And they're just poking right now, seeing if anybody will overextend on the side of newbee.
I mean, they actually used the Refresher on Snaking, so something big was used.
Yeah, and Snaking's just pushing forward right now.
He really wants them to try and go for him, and he activates the BKB as the spear goes out. But the Dark Rift immediately going down. The BKB, heavy commitment from CCNC, but it saves the Ember Spirit, yes, but the rest of the team wasn't actually close enough. Dark, he will be able to get the Force Staff and a TP away successfully. Kaka and Old 11, they're actually not too far away. But the sad thing is these Naga Siren Illusion pushes, they're so pesky.
And now she has an Arcane Rune.
Uh-oh. MSS? He's got Guardian Greaves, so he
She's got
should be
3,200
fine.
HP.
And Rolling Thunder as well.
Rolling.
But
What?
seeing that, Keen might just go for another little poke here. They don't have Dark Rift, so maybe not.
I think whenever they have Dark Rift up, you just go for it.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways for them to get out, either with the sleep or the Dark Rift.
Yeah.
And the cooldowns being as low as it is at this point.
And the fact that they have like saving mechanisms with the disruption.
Yes, it's hard for the Naga to just get hard burst out.
Yeah.
Plus, with the BKBs getting pretty low, the opportunity for them to actually burst during their sleep is not as high anymore. I believe the Gyro one is at 5, and potentially the Ember one is definitely at 5 too. Yeah. So the only person that might know Sneaking is also at 5 seconds. They're all at 5-second BKBs.
5 seconds all around. Oh, 9-second BKB on Kaka. Of course, he went for a very late BKB, just picking it up recently. Refresher. I'm trying to keep track of the items here, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in these fights. So we're going to experience double arenas, which means a lot of God rebukes everywhere. He's going to have 10 seconds of BKB and almost 10 seconds of arena and God rebuking every 1.4 seconds. The Aghanim Scepter is the build for Old Chicken. I think that is actually a very sick late game pickup. Because now it's not just a reset tool, but potentially just a full heal in the middle of a fight. You just re-engage right away. I mean, how do you possibly stop Dark Rift and Song if its Song is actually healing people for 10% per second? You could almost full heal everybody in the fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I was saying this, man. I think the Ags
like
Synth on Naga Siren, I think, is legit straight up broken. It's just not.
It's not fun to get early.
Well, it's just the item that you're going to get 7th.
Yeah.
But when you get it 7th, it's broken.
Can you imagine if they took the arena HP?
Dude, I was thinking about that. I actually double checked. I was like, maybe this is the game the arena in.
The 100 HP regen in arena, and then the sleep.
I mean, let's be real. He's got an
No one's
axe.
dying, by the way, during that time.
Jess,
then you're actually healing for 100% at all times.
I mean, they could just theoretically, right? They just run up and hit the buildings and activate that. The arena, Song, hit the building. What are they gonna do? Buybacks are coming back up, and this is my biggest concern for newbee. When we talked about like who's gonna go for it, is that like now as everybody gets buyback, they're gonna be forced into like the high ground defense where they won't be able to punish. You know, they win the fight, and it's gonna feel like, well, Keen just get another shot at it a bit later.
I sort of see your point, but I felt like Keen, the reason why they ventured outside the base was for that reason. It's because they felt comfortable. They knew, like,
yeah,
they were the ones that could commit for nothing.
Yeah. It's like the Keen side had low risk, and the newbie side had high risk. But sadly, maybe the riskier play was just waiting out. We'll see. We'll see.
Why are you saying sadly, you biased caster?
I mean, I just don't want to see. Like, I could easily see this game ending in a very anticlimactic way, which is Keen just like chipping away, eventually taking megas, and then that's kind of it. And I want to see this game end in a big clash. Only buyback that's left. It's not there. Is Pylite dying. He just needs 40 gold. So everyone. Oh, he's going to use the offensive sleep. It didn't work last time it was here, but look, it's happening inside the base. They're going for it. Kaka, with the Diabolic Edict talent, could do a lot of damage to these buildings. So Keen, they forced a lot of teleports back. I think they expected that to do more than what actually happened.
I was so anti-hype. I thought they were like actually going for it.
Yeah.
And then I saw that one like Moonwell got taken out.
Hey. That's one less building that is going to soak up Diabolic Edict damage the next time.
That's like Godzilla attacks and like he took out a Starbucks.
No! Now we have to go to the Starbucks across the way.
The franchising model.
64 minutes, 31 to 29. Yi missing a kill on CCNC here. It's actually very low on mana, but he do manage to get the spear onto Pylai Die. That'll be the kill he's rewarded with.
Jeez, he does so much damage. You know what the downside of this hero is? Is like he can't. Oh!
Forced out of BKB.
Okay.
He actually uses the heal as well. Dude, this heal talent is so insane.
I worked out the math. If he had taken the heal talents on the arena, they'd be healing for like almost all the heroes. It'd be like 13% a second.
13% a second. How long does the arena last long?
That is the first Roshan now for them.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to the Paylord. No, they gave it to Shadow Demon. That makes more sense.
Shadow Demon now with the Purge and Break mechanic. Which is
wow. All right,
going to be really good against Enchantress, but this song here. Oh, MSS accidentally hit the cliff. He's going to have to jump over the cliff now to be able to get inside here, trying to lay out some damage. Hope for bashes against Old Chicken, who's going to activate his BKB, pops his illusions as well, but he's getting ripped apart.
He's just dead. Oh, Cap, look where Kaka is and Yi.
No one's close to him.
There was nowhere near him.
Where's your team?
The weird part is they weren't even running towards him. There was no urgency. It's the Leshrac that has the Aegis. And for whatever reason, just nobody connected.
Dude, I mean, honestly, what's wrong with newbee? Why aren't they spamming that the chat wheel line? The Chinese one. Where's your team? Where's your team?
I think that would tilt them. Like that's kind of being passive aggressive, bro.
Good. This is TI. Time to tilt Keen. Because sadly, they just killed a Naga Siren and newbee still can't really do a whole lot.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Keen's member should.
Oh no, absolutely not.
I was like, that's just.
No, I'm saying newbee should do that right now to Keen.
I can't believe that just happened.
All right, they're gonna smoke up in this 40-second window. They know the Naga Siren's like pretty heavily committed to not buying back as it gets closer and closer, and so no better time to see if they can force a fight somewhere and get another kill.
Unfortunately for them, though, they'll run into the Underlord and the Aegis of the Leshrac. Unless they can just burst down this hero.
Maybe they can Hurricane Pike, Force Staff plays. There's a lot of options here. So they do manage to get MSS in there. Force Staff does actually save him so that they split Earth, and he will be able to get the Rolling Thunder
1 second.
They need to be able to finish him out. They kill him. Ooh, they got him. And Kaka gets
and
bashed.
the stun.
Oh, bye-bye Aegis. And bye-bye Kaka.
MSS, the first hit as his shield crashes through. And they're going to get 2 for that. Keen.
Oh.
The internal counter.
Dude, Keen. You had this game.
Oh my lord. After the Roshan, I thought it was actually over.
I thought it was definitely over.
And I was sort of just counting the timeout. I was like, all right, well, what are we waiting on?
All right, well, the Naga Siren's back up.
By the way, he decided to go for the 2 charges of disruption over the damage, which I'm okay with in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the defensive potential is too good.
Dude.
It really comes down to that Naga sleep.
I mean, as long as they fight, man, how can Keen lose? They could not win.
I'll tell you how they
But
could.
how did they lose?
Yeah, that's by going for 3-on-5 fights.
Going for a solo sleep play.
Look at this, the sleep as Old Chicken. Root CCNC. He's going to try to go back. Oh, could you imagine if he's...
Did he miss the slight change or
Yeah.
something? Oh, they managed to get the side. They know that CCNC isn't here. They're going to try and take advantage of it right now, but the BKBs have been forced out. That's why Ye says, see you later. I'm out of here. Impetus dodges. They do have the disruption as well, so he doesn't actually take that much damage. Now the Song's going to be able to reset, full heal up this Yi. Now he's going to refresh and go for another spear, but a refresh when you are. Gets off the BKB. He doesn't get pinned to the wall, and he doesn't take that much damage either, so now they still hold. Uh-oh, Naga Siren. Now he's been sight. They start laying out the damage, but he does have the
get him. The rocket's
they do
on top
manage to
of
hit
him
him with
too.
the missile, but they do have the disruption. The another save. Another one. BKB going out from Old Chicken. The infinite shots are coming in. The spear
MSS coming through.
But MSS rolling on through. Doesn't actually hit the Nagastar, and the BKB lasted just long enough. So, and now MSS might have to back up a little bit as they do have the catch onto Pylai Die. Yi is back up here. He does have another spear, but they manage to blow up Underlord, and now Yi, he's dead as well. They have a buyback. Keen, can they hold 4 versus 5? But look what's happening inside the base. Kaka's just going for it, but they might need his help.
He's trying to buy refresher.
They're going to try and come back. CC&C is going to be able to go for it. They have a refresher on him. The Diabolic is a threat, but Old Chicken, he's going to try to slow things down as much as possible. MSS, 1 tier 4 down. Kaka going for another Diabolic Eating, but CC&C stands in the way. Back over to the mid lane. MSS holding, does have a little bit more damage. Old Chicken down to half health. Another disruption. They're just focusing on the bear, but
he catches him.
He does manage to get UR. Can they focus him down? They need Old Chicken, but he's too weak. He can't actually go for this kill. He can't join Yi. They're not doing any damn damage. Yi, they have to back up to reset the sleep. He gets it off. He's going to be able to heal up. The
He's healing so much
with a Divine Rapier. They lost a Divine Rapier, and now Newbee can just go for the throne. There's nothing to stop them. There's no song. There's no damage. They're can't dancing around. They're just focused on the throne, and they're going to be able to dance, 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 baby. Take down that throne. And Newbee, they make the comeback
again. The second time today. That is unbelievable. That